Sweet Lord. Sweet Lord, don't you ever go away.
It'll always be this way.
There's no stronger Lord in this world. No stronger Lord.
Can't be wrong. Don't you know God is where you belong?
You see?
Sweet Lord loves me.
See?
You can make anything a gospel song.
You really can. There's so much that can be done for Jesus.
Let me just make this
For
big.
King Jesus. See, these are all the things that I need to remember to do.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready? Because we've been here for so long.
I mean,
The phone is going to die at
we're
this
just at
point.
take 19. Oh, that's all right.
Don't even clap. Or clap real quick. Sweet Lord, sweet Lord.
Where we both did like why?
Sweet Lord,
Sweet
Sweet
Lord.
sweet Lord.
Some things I did think you might give me a break.
Why? Why did you?
Because I said, give me a break. Like I was asking your phone to give me a break.
Oh.
And then I was like, give me a break. And you were like, that could be a
Give
gospel
me
song.
a break. I plan my arrival.
Now that's a gospel song.
That's a gospel song.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a break for heaven's sake.
What happened to my peace? That's right. That's you. That's you in prayer.
Give me a break. That's you.
Oh, give me a break.
God,
The
please,
choir
God,
in the back.
Give me a break.
Give me a break.
And that's Jesus talking about the rapture when he says,
Ah.
I plan my arrival.
I've planned my arrival. I finally made it to the top. I want a happy ending. I'm tired of pretending to let them roll the stones away. Oh, oh, oh.
Give me a break. Judas put me here.
Psych, thought I was God, did ya? I am back.
We're just delirious today. and it's perfect because we are in the perfect season now. Who are you today?
I am Chris Rock.
And
Moderately
I,
funny.
for like the fourth time ever, am Will Smith.
He is like our Smurf character. He fits right in. He's our
so many
straight man.
things.
He's our straight man. We could just put him in every single principle.
Well, and
we should
are
figure it
at
out. We
Joy.
should figure out how to put Will Smith in each one of them. Where life
We should
plus
do
joy
that.
plus Will Smith adds satisfaction.
Y'all, we have entered into a new season. So
We can finally be free.
I was gonna say, forgive us, but no, you'll roll with us.
This is the season we've been in. People gonna be like, that's a separate season. You've been in that season.
This is the season the Lord has made, and we will be glad in it. Okay?
The Lord hath made this.
Mm-hmm. And we're not talking about soul and spirit.
No.
No.
Humor and amusement.
Can we get a what's the Who is that one person?
Woo! Somebody is really good. I got you. You want a joyful clap right? I got you.
So, what is humor and
amusement? It is a state of mind that keeps one content or makes them laugh. I almost want to add to that, like,
We should add,
you know,
we should
something.
just
You know what I
add.
mean? Like,
Mhm.
makes them. It's like joyful, satisfied.
Joyful, joyful. Lord, we adore. I mean, we could just go
We're
on.
just going. See,
We're just
humor
having
is
gospel
spiritual.
today. Yes. Yes, it is. So we are going to start this joker off right. You know how we like to start with a little intro that
Some little
gets the
examples.
party going.
Some samples, some aperitifs,
Some
if you will.
aperitif.
Some
Okay.
Taste something to wet the whistle.
Just a little something. Wet the whistle.
Wet my whistle.
So this segment is going to be called Things That Shouldn't Be Funny, But Are.
This is not, listen, this whole humor season, I want you to suspend your if your tolerance level of this, I'm ready to get offended. I'm ready to say something's out of order. I want you to suspend that for just a bit because we want to find humor in things. If you find yourself saying that, just some stuff just isn't funny, the hell it ain't.
Everything can be funny.
Everything can be
if you let it.
Everything can be funny. To free you, to allow you to get your joy. Just calm down and laugh at stuff.
Like this first one. Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Listen.
The slap heard across the world.
It looks so staged. I just
staged.
Something about
it looked like he pulled back,
you had an hour to prepare.
you could have run off the stage, ran from the stage, came back.
You're not from the streets. Once he was stomping up there, you knew something was going to go down. I need you to get into a little stance or something. And he was just everything he leaned forward.
He
get me right here, Will. Get me right here.
He missed the part that Will was from Philly. Listen,
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Born and raised.
On the playground is where he spent most of his days.
Here's the thing, anybody
Where's
can
Chris
be
Rock
pushed.
from? He's not from under a rock. I mean,
he's from New York. Like Brooklyn or something. He should absolutely have been aware and prepared.
You. I don't know about
stomping.
that.
He was he was stomping in his steel toes, headed for the liquor store.
Gliding towards him. It was such a recoil. It wasn't like a from here. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a high five slap. Bloop. It was let me get my shoulder
came
into
back.
it. Yeah, it was women's volleyball. It was. You know how they beat you? You throw that ball out? He
that Negram's face.
He did his face, and I'm going.
He did, and it happened in slow motion. I mean, you're watching Lupita's response. You're watching Jada's
when you were watching, you were like, "Wait, now what? Now I thought it was part of the thing. I did think so.
I did, for a split second. Well, because you never
for
think
2 whole seconds. I thought it was part of it.
Which is why we're blaming Chris Rock for not moving, but we too thought that this was performative.
I thought it was a performance, and then I was like, wait, did he slap that man during this show? Did he walk up and slap the host of the show?
But also, why didn't we think that it was a real? That man was in the audience talking about keep my wife's name.
He issued a warning.
Why didn't he pick up on? Why didn't any of us pick up on it?
Chris Rock was like, "Oh, good, a heckler." All right.
Well,
yeah.
We all, we all have a time to learn a lesson, his was that night. So, and I'm glad we can laugh about it now, even though Stephen A. Smith is still somewhere outraged.
Really?
By this today. This is what he's been talking about all week. That
probably wrongfully laughed in. I mean,
he's talking now about we need to cancel Will Smith. It happened in February of 2022.
But also, Stephen A. Smith, we take forever to cancel when you have sports folks. We had a whole video of them almost killing a woman in an elevator. You didn't want to cancel them, so.
Matter of fact, Stephen A. Smith, we are ready to cancel you.
He's too funny. Now, we should laugh at. Now, listen. Now, he is funny to me. I think I'm going to miss him when they go, I hate him and don't want to live without him. He's like some sort of, I don't know.
He's a chihuahua.
You know what I mean? I will say out loud, I'll be like, I hate Stephen A. Smith, but then also I want to hear what Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? He does entertain.
Makes it entertaining.
He does entertain. You do want to see, what's this fool about to say?
Yeah, I agree. Things that shouldn't be funny but are. I just made a joke about this. It wasn't really
Flatulence is funny, y'all. Listen.
All the time.
You ever been in a place where you really don't want to? First date.
I think.
You ever let one go thinking you have time? You have time for the air to clear out,
God.
but then you don't.
And it's just
It's
stagnant.
like under the covers, you'd be like, oh, good. Then he comes back too quick. You'd be like, no. And he gets under there like, what's going on?
Who is getting under the covers like that with you? Okay, never mind. Listen.
There's a reason to dive under the covers sometimes. Watch out.
I once was having an argument with an ex.
You try to tuck your covers up underneath.
And in the middle of the argument, I'm just going on. And I just can't believe you. And that fool, and I don't mean an SBD. I'm talking about it was.
It interrupted the argument.
He just looked at me. I couldn't be angry after that. Burnt. What is this? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't short like that.
Oh, please tell me it wasn't.
It went on.
Please
for
tell me that was hyperbole. What you just did.
No, I want you to know that it was this. Imagine arguing with somebody. You're really going for it.
Maybe he did that on purpose.
I just can't believe
he did that on purpose.
You was talking to her like that, and then all of a sudden you gonna sit here.
You couldn't keep going.
No, the argument ended right there.
Yeah,
we
right
went
there.
Inside and we laughed because what else you gonna do?
That's too funny.
What's another thing that shouldn't be funny but is?
Wardrobe malfunctions. I walked for so long with the back of my dress tucked into my stockings one time. When I tell you, my entire behind was out. But people had seen and spoke. I wanted to rally everyone that had passed me and be like, you so out of pocket. You so, my entire, you lift the skirt sometimes instead of pull down. That skirt was tucked in there, and I'm just going. Hey, you just, because you are unbeknownst. At least a booty cheek and a half was out. At least. It was 65% sunny. At least. At least. It might not have been a full moon, but listen, werewolves were howling. Listen. I was like, come on, man. And I could do anything but laugh.
Yeah, at that point. Now, we're not talking, like Janet Jackson on national TV insisting that she didn't know that. I still believe that. Come on, Janet. How did that thing come on? It was so smooth with it.
I think that was, yeah.
It looked like it had a little button here that you.
There was a cute little, who just where did you buy cute pasties from?
And
where
the way she did it, the way she was like.
Yeah, I think that was planned. But our friends wasn't at homecoming.
Oh no!
Remember?
Oh God!
We're not gonna say her name. She's going to remember. She's gonna hear this and be like, "Oh my God!" She had a see-through top on. Remember? And I was like, Scott was like, her bra had slid down, and she was outside talking. She was talking to them dudes. Remember, we went around the corners because we had to laugh. You were like, "What are you guys laughing about?"
I know exactly who you were talking about.
What are you guys laughing about? I was like, "Do we say something?"
Well, how did you feel when your whole ass was hanging out?
I said, "Well, we just come to be like, shh, come."
Oh, we
She's
did.
like, what?
We laughed.
Are we going to Waffle House after?
So that's what happened. We laughed so hard we couldn't say it.
That's what it was.
I remember.
And we were just like, let me just come with it.
And we were just screaming, laughing.
This is what Scott talking about. Yeah, I saw it earlier. I know. I thought maybe that was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was the look she was going for. You thought that was the look she was going for? A double areola show? Not a little peep. Like an entire. I'm gonna show my area at the Thursday night mixer, you know, like for Spellhouse Homecoming. That's what you thought she was gonna do. We had to just laugh.
That is good to me.
We had to laugh.
This one probably isn't funny to anybody but me and you. I'm gonna tell you now. Don't have us anywhere where there's supposed to be a serious moment of silence. The second that our eyes meet. The second
over. When you leave, when you put your head down. If I do this,
you try to.
If this happens, the second you do, you gonna.
It's over.
I don't care.
It's over.
I don't care what the moment of silence is for.
It's over.
I don't care what it's
and
for.
we're really talking about it. It could be we're in prayer.
The serious.
It could
listen,
be death.
Whatever it's about.
It doesn't matter.
I better close my eyes and ears if I am going to have a moment of silence because it's some.
Because the second.
Just that's funny. That meeting eyes with so.
It. That's it.
The second you look at somebody,
Yes.
it's over.
And then this final one.
Things that shouldn't be funny but are. Okay, yeah, just Drake. All of him.
Drake.
All of him. I'm saying that just him as a lifestyle, just as a crew, as a record label, just him as a meme, as just an icon, a sex symbol. However you are looking at Drake, that man is funny.
And of course, there's been this
just makes
recent
me
fodder because of the
scream.
whole Kendrick Lamar thing.
And I scream laughing at him then too.
When they post these reggaeton videos with him in a velour suit, and they talk about BBL, BBL. Who was singing that? Who was in the studio?
Oh, why didn't they ask me?
BBL.
I'm mad I wasn't. He is too
everything he does is hilarious.
Him going
to
to
me.
Toronto games and sitting on the side is funny. Him being on Degrassi is funny. Him trying to be like cool to anything he does I don't care if he's trying to be funny or not. He's hilarious.
He is, every single time.
He will provide content for the rest of his living days.
So today the thing that made me laugh was him in these they look like 1980s women's slacks. And he had that whole look with the cream sweater over his shoulders.
I know what you're talking about.
And then he had on an engagement ring.
I'm going to leave that right.
Like a big old...
Like somebody proposed.
To him. I find him so comedic.
He's so funny.
He's so funny. Every time I find something.
I just can't believe people are beefing with Drake. He's what?
And
He's like
Zinga and I have an ongoing thing. We just send each other funny memes about Drake. He's
funny.
Just so fun. And he has songs I love. I'm not shading him in any way.
This is not shade. I just think he's funny.
Him
he can't
as an
stop.
individual.
Yes. They can't. You can't catch him looking anything but hilarious. The more he tries to look, whatever that is, right? Whatever that look he giving you.
Go back and watch an old episode of Degrassi and tell me that you don't scream out laughing.
Any video of his,
a current video,
when he's trying to look into the camera, looking all sexy. But listen, you don't start hollering.
He is here for our entertainment.
He wanted to be an entertainer, and he is. He made it. He wanted to be He wanted to last in our collective consciousness.
Yes,
he is doing just that.
He has. So this is our season, y'all. We're just gonna be.
And I put it into Do Not Disturb.
She's always getting on me.
It isn't Do Not Disturb. But remember when somebody keeps calling back to back, it'll go through.
Do you need to take a call?
No. What you calling back to back for?
Why do people do that in 2024, the year of our Lord? Call anybody back.
Call anybody, end of sentence.
Call anybody, period.
Call anybody. And if it's an emergency, you'd send a text now. You know what I'm saying? Text or something like that. No, you just call it. Yeah, I just wanted to, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. But this is our whole season, y'all. We're just going to be goofy.
And I know you're like, how's that different from the other seasons?
Correct.
I get that. Right. But we're really going to talk about and show you how laughter really increases your joy, like increases your mental health, literally. Physical and mental health.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So let's talk about...
Get your joy on. Get your joy on. Get your laugh on.
All of that.
So there are some. We're going to talk about some short-term and long-term benefits of laughter. Like there's actually physical. Like we're not just like saying like you're pleasant. No, there's like physiologically there's an impact on your body from laughing.
Yep. So I totally read this as stimulate many orgasms. And
that too.
Let me just say.
And that.
Sign me up.
Both of them.
And or.
This and.
But that's not what it said. Stimulate. Then that second time I thought it said stimulate my orgasms.
Also. Comma included. Period after that.
Semicolon.
Come on.
And.
All of it.
But what it really says is stimulate many stimulate many organs.
Yes.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the time that I was teaching science to my fourth graders, and it said organisms,
but you said orgasm
repeatedly throughout the lesson.
No,
Taught a very different lesson that day.
No.
Yeah. Or like the other time that so I always say these loving names for my children, and I think I thought I was saying sweetness and sweet pea. Oh God. And to a fifth grader.
What did you say?
Sweet penis.
Oh. Sweet, sweet penis on a Saturday night. I know forever we'll be doing it. That also sweet penis.
I just walked out. And
Yeah. I'm going to take a break. Miss Newborn needs a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it stimulates many organs.
Yeah.
It actually enhances your intake of oxygen-rich air. You know, when you're yawning, it's not necessarily about being tired. It's actually your brain needing oxygen. Laughter, because you're just
right.
Now I sound like I'm having an orgasm. Sorry.
You see how it's the same though. There's no coincidence.
It blends together.
Listen, it's the and of it all.
So easily melds.
It does.
But that's actually what's happening is that it's getting more oxygen-rich air into your body.
It stimulates your heart too. It actually kind of exercises the muscles of your heart, right, and your lungs, and all that extra oxygen is now getting into your muscles. I'm telling you, there's a real reason to laugh like this.
And of course, as always, it increases the endorphins in your brain.
Think about how you feel after a good one. Like when you just laugh so hard.
Even if you're crying. Yes.
Ooh, I mean, it just, you can, I'm saying physically, we're not even talking about emotionally yet. Like physically, there is like an improvement in your well-being just from a good hearty laugh. Yep. It activates and relieves your stress response, right? So it kind of fires it up and then cools it down, right? Which is why after a laugh, you almost like, woo! That's that laid back feeling, you know what I mean? Because that's what happens when you fire up and cool back down your stress response.
It can increase and then decrease your heart rate and your blood pressure. It's almost like a
like
quick
exercise.
Little,
Yeah.
It's like exercising. It's just a quick little jolt.
And that's why you have that kind of general relaxed feeling after laughing really hard, right? It soothes tension, right? It stimulates circulation.
Sounds like we are talking about an orgasm, huh?
Same thing.
Code
Except
word.
if I laugh right in the middle of it, I don't know if that's going to go over well. Just no, really, I'm having a great time.
Definitely, if you laugh at it, that's going to probably hurt some feelings.
It might. It might could.
But it stimulates circulation.
Yep.
And it aids muscle relaxation, both of which can help reduce some of the physical symptoms of stress.
Yeah.
Think about like how tight you feel.
I mean, the innuendo can't be stopped today. And we're just Beavis and Butthead on here. She said tight.
And I'm just...
And this. for people listening to the podcast, she is doing a milking motion with her
I'm doing
hands.
hand kegels. So yes, but it does kind of relax everything so that
it does. That's just the short-term effects.
Yeah.
The long-term effects include improving your overall immune system. I mean, can you believe it? That literally just thinking positively and then laughing along with it, right, can help you fight stress and even potentially more serious illnesses. And it's kind of the it's the antidote to the negative thoughts that can manifest into chemical reactions that can affect your body, right? You can bring more stress into your system, right, by kind of thinking negatively, not having much of a sense of humor. That then decreases your immunity, and you can increase your immunity, right, by fighting stress through positivity and laughter.
Your positive thoughts do all of that. It relieves pain. It actually relieves pain.
Yeah. It's used in some pain clinics and people who do pain work.
It causes the body to release natural painkillers, and so it actually takes away pain. Yep.
And it just increases your personal satisfaction. I mean, it makes it it's like easier to deal with difficult situations when you sprinkle a little humor on it, like the way we sprinkling joy on our taco shirts, right? Sprinkle a little joy on. Sprinkle a little laughter on something. Even when you think maybe it's not appropriate, just sprinkle a little laughter on there. It makes hard situations a little less challenging, and it definitely helps you connect to other people.
Yeah,
right? That's how you make friends. Those awkward moments, you say something funny, and you kind of be like,
"That's true."
All right.
How friendships are born. Yes. It improves your mood overall. Laughter can help lessen your stress, depression, and anxiety, and may make you feel happier. I mean, laughter always makes me feel better. For that moment, at least, you're not thinking about whatever things are stressing
even
you
if the thing that's stressing you out. I mean, it reminds you that joy still is out there.
Yeah.
Even if just a little sprinkle of it reminds you, like, even in the midst of my sorrow, joy is still. Yep.
And then finally,
it can improve your self-esteem. You feel more confident when you are laughing.
You do.
It's true. If you're ever in a place like in a kind of a time when you're feeling nervous and things like that, a well-timed kind of just humorous statement, even during an interview or something like that, things you think are serious, just slightly, you know what I mean? Just to kind of take the edge off, right? It helps you feel a little bit more confident.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about
all
today.
Season long. So listen, we're going to be posting things we think are funny. We want you to come on to the comments.
All season.
And talk about those particular things. We are going to be talking about things that we are going to learn how to not take ourselves too seriously this season. We are going to relax this season and get into just laughing. We're going to just lean into the laughter. When you try to hide it, like... Nope.
We don't ever do a good
Throw
job
your
of
mouth
that.
open and just
guffaw.
Party hard.
Chortle.
You over there chortling? Just chortle, girl. The next time I see you trying to hold back a laugh, I'm going to be like, girl, just chortle.
Just chortle.
Chortle for the people. If you can't just be free and chortle, I don't know what kind of world we live in.
What world do we live in if you can't freely chortle?
Chort.
So the question that I asked the Joy Johns, I said, tell me about the last time you laughed until you couldn't breathe. We do this regularly.
Listen,
we do this
I'm not trying to be funny.
We did it today.
I'm not trying to be funny. I think you all know that we are friends, but I really want you to know that she also tries to kill me like multiple times.
That's not true.
I'm telling her literally, no. I can't stop for just pause what you're saying in the moment so that I can catch my breath. Have you ever just had that? I mean, really think. Like, when you've laughed so hard, you were just like, it has to stop.
She's a slew-footed liar.
I can't.
The way that I have begged for my life.
My feet were pigeon-toed. That'd be less funny.
The way that I have begged for my life. The way that I have said to her,
Please.
I can't. I just.
I
And
tried to get away
say to
from her.
I say to her, don't say a word. There's not a word you could say that isn't going to send me into more
And
fits
I don't
of
say
laughter.
anything funny. I'll just say something else. It won't be funny.
It
But you'll
doesn't
try to
matter.
silence my
I
looks.
am telling you.
You'll be like, don't say a word. Don't look
I'm
like
telling
that.
you
Don't
to
look
just
like that.
stop making noise with your mouth. Please save me. If you find out that I dropped,
died. Listen.
I just where I was laughing and I
she's the
couldn't
killer.
get my breath. I have absolutely had times. That time that we were in New York at Bistro. I wanted to run from the table. I could not. I was
outside of
in
Five
pain.
Church is when I really.
Oh my God.
I thought I was going to fall into Peachtree Street.
I want you to know I was so
and be
serious
run
that there
over.
was nothing.
Like, Rick Ross is
I had heard that Rick Ross was coming to town to do a concert. Okay, I had heard this. I knew. I read this somewhere that Rick Ross was coming to town to do a concert.
He lives here.
Okay, he lives here.
He
Fine.
has stuff all the time.
But I heard that he was here in town. I will also say that I was. I was a little enhanced in my joy, right? And I was so enhanced that we are directly across the street from a law office
building. It's an office building, people.
And I hear music. No, y'all have to understand. I heard music. It was so loud that it had to be a concert. There was just no way. And I was like, and so I told her, that's Rick Ross in Simon and Schuster.
But she said in this building, and I was like, this is an office building. Well, maybe they're having a concert up there. I was like
I'm telling y'all, I could see the hands. Wait, I saw lights
in
flashing.
Newman and Smith.
Yes, that's exactly where it was. And then when a little slingback drove by.
Right, a little slingshot car come by, and that's who's playing the music.
And that was the music that was playing.
Oh
and
God!
I was so embarrassed. I was
she was
so
just out like
I was
that.
very serious.
And I was like, "Stop, please stop! I am begging."
She was running in the street.
I ran away. I was trying to get away from her.
I wasn't trying to be funny, y'all.
I was trying to get away from her.
I really just wanted to explain to her my thinking.
My stomach hurts so bad.
Rick Ross is in there right now having a party. Why won't y'all believe? I read it this morning.
There are times you have literally tried to kill me.
Okay.
Banana breast. Oh you tried to kill me on banana breast.
Jump titties. We talked about. Listen. I want you to look them up. I want you to Google.
Wait, go incognito though on your phone.
Don't do it at work.
Don't do it at work.
But just Google so you can understand. We had a conversation about them.
Banana or ski jump. Look at the face of people who will be.
We have
the people
all
who
the things that we're saying. No one else is going to laugh at this. This is just, and that's the thing. It doesn't have to be funny to anybody.
We're trying to demonstrate to you that you have to keep humor like this into your life. It keeps your complexion clear. It does so many things. I'm trying to tell you. It reduces your wrinkles. I am telling you what we know good. So we asked the Joy Johns the same question. As you can see, we have tons of examples.
And I said, if you can't remember the last time that you laughed so hard until you couldn't breathe, it's time to make that happen.
Yeah.
So Maisha, whose son goes to school with your daughter.
Oh, this past Friday with my girl Allison, I so needed that. That kind of laughter, though, and at the time you're like, you're torturing me. Afterwards, you like, I mean, it feels like you did several sit-ups.
No, it really does.
Are just breathing out. You're still smiling. You can tell when people just had one of those sessions. They walk around, they smile and like for an undefined number of minutes still. You're just like, woo. Right, you still. It feels like
you ran a marathon. You like did something. Yes. Ish, our Spellman sister, she said, "Great question, and I can't remember."
That means it's time.
It is time, Ish.
Now Winter saying the last time I did this, my bladder gave up. That's how you know you were laughing good. When it sneaks up on you, when it's just like a sudden.
And Elise said, oh my God, today when Bay started fussing in patois, he just kept going. My cheeks still hurt.
I feel like I have a laugh injury. When your face literally hurts. You laugh so hard that this is just hurting. It is sore from laughter.
Like we did earlier. Light skin.
No,
light skin. Light skin.
You know that's when you know you have a good friend. When you only have one descriptor of a person and you don't change it. And you just wait till they guess. Because she got who I was talking about. I was like, light skin. Light skin.
And I'm just...
light skin.
Oh,
it only took 3.
It took 3.
It only took 3 light skins. Kind of crazy. Crazy. Boom. Bring out the taboo. We are ready.
You say just one word.
Just one word.
It's the inflection and it's
that
the
shared
look.
humor though that you have.
And you get that clarity.
That's that shared humor. Your little friend called. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
When you say little
Even
friend.
though I've called several people little friend. There go your little friend, and you know exactly who the little friend.
Where you see him at? And I say the next. Where you see Reggie? Because I know which little friend you're talking about.
That's a collective humor.
That's collective humor experience. Go get you one.
Get into it.
You need one.
Get
right
into
now.
it.
All right. Well. We're just out here goofy, y'all.
It's going to be the season of just letting it go.
Just a season of being goofballs.
Love it. But I mean, we're going to
I don't think there's ever
we're going to let that goof flag just fly. Part of our Pride. Pride Month.